రెండు ఈరోజు చేసుకున్నాను.
For all test methods. For all test methods, guys. For all test methods. Everyone understanding my statement? Okay. Common initialization, uninitialization logic that should be executed only for one time for all the test methods. Okay, then after all, before all. Before all initialization, after all uninitialization. Okay, initialization logic that should execute with respect to each test method that is participating in execution. Then before each, after each. Before each, after each. As a service class object I want to use in all the test methods. Instead of creating every time in each test method, create only for one time in before all. Nullify that object in what? After all method. Nullify that object in after all method. Right, boss? Okay. I don't want to see all test methods using same database connection. Each test method using separate database connection. So logic to establish the connection or logic to get the connection object from connection pool can be kept in what? Before each, and the nullification of that connection object or returning that connection object back to connection pool can be kept in after each. Can be kept in after each. Right now, boss? Okay, guys. Tell me here. If test case class is having 20 methods as test methods, 20 methods as test methods, then before all, after all methods execute only for one time. Before each, after each method execute for 20 times on one per each test method basis. On one per each test method basis. Clear, my dear? One per each test method basis. Is that clear, guys? Understanding my statement, boss? Come on, everyone. To write common logic only for one time for all test method, then place @ before all method. Similarly, place cleanup logic method after all method. This method must be taken as static method. See, I created service class object here. I nullified service class object here. Come on, everyone. Getting my point there, guys? 1 minute. What I do is, this life cycle logic I will try to put in the today's class, so that all related content will be there in one place. All related content will be there in one place. Okay, what is today's date, guys? 20th. Save open, boss. What is today's date? 20th. Save open. Control E, guys. 8,000. Okay, guys. Control E, 8,000. Let it be, boss. Let it be, boss. Okay, now I will try to paste that content over here. I'll try to paste that content over here with respect to life cycle method. Whatever content is there, I'll try to paste that content over here. Supernovas. Okay. Okay, shall we see one example covering these life cycle operations, guys? Shall we see one example covering these life cycle operations? Okay, are you there? But before that, let me separate coding and this one. Let me separate the coding part and this one. Yes, guys.
మళ్ళీ బాగున్నాడా? సర్లే.
Yes, boss. Tell me. Use case for at the rate before all and at the rate after all methods. Use case for at the rate before all, at the rate after all methods, guys. Super, guys. Tell me. At the rate before all, at the rate after all methods. I'm talking about use cases of it. I'm talking about use cases of it. I'm talking about use cases of it, guys. At the rate before all. Initialize. To initialize service class object, right? Okay. At the rate after all. Service class object required in all test methods. Required in all the test methods, right? Test method means test cases. Methods. To nullify service class object reference used in all the test methods. All the test method. This is after all, guys. After all. Tell me. At the rate before each. At the rate before each. Tell me, guys, what is at the rate before each, guys? To get a new JDBC connection object. Connection object from the JDBC connection pool for each test required in each test method execution. Required in each test method execution, right, boss? Required in each test method execution. Tell me, boss. After each. To return or close JDBC connection object back to JDBC connection. Back to JDBC connection. If at all database connectivity is required, guys. If at all database connectivity is required. Because I don't want to see all test method using same connection object. I want to see every test method using separate connection object. So that can be gathered in before each, that can be returned back to pool after each. If at all database connection is required, guys. Okay, boss. So now let's see one example on this category, boss. One example on this category. Calculate interest amount. So I'm calculating simple interest, guys. Okay. But I'm trying to test with bigger values. I'm trying to test with bigger values. I'm trying to test with the smaller values. Small values. I'm trying to test with the negative values, zeros. Okay, when zeros are there, I'm throwing exception, guys. So I want to check whether exception came or not. This is very interesting. When zeros are there, I want to get exception. I want to check whether exceptions are coming or not, whether expected exception is coming or not. For that one, we should use assert to throws, guys. Assert to throws. Should come means should come. Asset to throws, there you have to write the code. Bank service dot calculate. Tell me. Then the see guys, assert timeout, duration of millis, bank service dot, come on guys, bank service dot, calculate interest amount. Array, these 3015 millisecond, it should be complete execution, guys. If it is taking more than that time, you will get a message. You will get error message. Completed before that time, you will get success. If it is taking more than that time, you will get exception. If it is taking more than that time, you will get exception. Understanding my statement, boss? So I would like to test in all permutations and combinations. Okay, guys. So let's, that's the only idea. Let's do real practicals of it. What is the error you are getting, boss? What is the error? Error is very important, right? To use one project in another project, we have to use the dependence. You're getting error, that's fine, but what is the exact error you are getting? That matters, right? Then I can give the solution for your problem. Yeah, 902. Solid guys. What next? Close all editors. Yeah, when Eclipse is loading, you will get small temporary issue, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm taking Maven project. Say next. Tell me, boss, what is there? Maven hyphen, archetype hyphen, quick start, standalone application. Maven hyphen, archetype hyphen, quick start, guys. Maven hyphen, archetype hyphen, quick start. Yeah, what is the project now? JUnit project 2. Project 2. There I want to work with JUnit lifecycle methods. JUnit lifecycle methods, boss. Right. There, com.nt.service is the default package I want to get. com.nt.service is the default package that I would like to get. It is taking time to create project, guys. During this time, voice will be broken little bit. Please adjust.
అది ప్రాబ్లం కాదని ముందుగానే చెప్పేసి
Say yes, plus. Build success here. Here is my build success. Super. JUnit Maven life cycle boss. Pom.xml here. Am I audible now? I think now I has been probably gone. 717. Super. 717 done, boss. Say perform Maven update. Simply perform Maven update, guys. Here is my Maven update. Here is my Maven update. Super. Go to pom.xml. Here I want to add JUnit Jupyter related jar files. So JUnit 4 jar is there, remove this. JUnit 4 jar is there, remove this. Here I would like to add Jupyter jar file. Okay, here what is the website I should use? mvnrepository.com. Super, guys. Yeah, tell me. JUnit Jupyter engine. JUnit Jupyter, guys. Yeah, what is there? JUnit Jupyter API. What module this one? JUnit API for unit testing. Yeah, this is enough. JUnit Jupyter, guys, 5.1.2. Selected. Next, what's there, guys? JUnit Jupyter parameter, boss. JUnit Jupyter parameter. JUnit Jupyter apps, guys. Okay. JUnit Jupyter params. Am I audible, guys? Am I audible? Am I loud and clear? I think now voice is back. My voice is back. Yeah, whenever it is trying to do some process in Eclipse, entire internet is used for that, guys. That's why it takes bit time. Once that process is over, it will be back. Once that process is over, it will be back. Voice will be back. Don't worry about it. Definitely the voice will come back. No doubt in that. com.nt.service, guys. Delete it. com.nt.service, delete it, boss. Okay, here I don't want this package. I want to change this package to test package. I would like to take this package to test package. Inside whatever class comes, I want to delete it. Inside that whatever class comes, I want to delete it. Let's delete this, guys. Tell me here. Here is my new, what is their class? What is the class name? Bank service. Otherwise, I can say our bank operations service. Bank service, bank operations service, guys. Bank service, bank operations service dot java. Bank operations service dot java, right, boss? Bank operations service dot java. Yeah. Now here I'm taking the business method, guys. What is the business method? Public float, calculate simple interest. Calculate simple interest amount. Float PAMT, float rate, float time, guys. Float rate, float time. Tell me, guys, float INTR amount is equal to come on, guys, PAMT into PTR by 100, right? Rate into time by 100.0F. Return INTR amount. Return INTR amount, interest amount, INTR amount. Return INTR amount. So, tell me here what is their sys trace. To give the feeling this method is executed. So this method I want to test, boss. This method I want to test. Okay. So let's add one by one. Let's add one by one. Okay. Now tell me here test. Other, here you say JUnit boss, JUnit test case class. JUnit test case class, guys. Come on. What's the name of the class you want to have? What's the name of the test bank operations? Test bank operations service. Test bank operations service, guys. Okay, boss. Test bank operations service. How to make this one as a, but in multiple test methods, I want to create service class object. Instead of that, better to create service class object in one place, na boss? Bank operation service is equal to. Bank operation service is equal to. Public void setup. Public static void setup, guys. Service is equal to new bank operation service, boss. Service is equal to, this is static method. It should also be taken as static now, boss. Okay, guys. Now, setup is, I have to annotate this one with what, guys? At the rate before all. At the rate before all. Yeah, tell me next one. Public void. Public static void tear down. At the rate after all, guys. At the rate after all. Service is equal to null. Service is equal to null, right, boss? Yeah, here is my word. Service is equal to null, guys. Let's write the test methods. Public void test. Test calculate simple interest amount with big values. Calculate simple interest amount with big values. So I want to take 1 crore rupee as the big value. 1 crore rupee as the big value, boss. Right. Tell me, guys, float expected. Float expected. Come on, tell me, guys. Float expected. For 1 crore rupee, 1 year, 2 rupees interest. How much, guys? For 1 crore rupee, 1 year, 2 rupees interest. How much you will get? Any calculations? I think you will get 24 lakhs. 2 lakh, 1 year I said. 1 year, not 1 month. 1 year I said. It is going to be 24 lakhs, right, boss? It is going to be 24 lakhs. What do you say, guys? 24 5 zeros. 24 5 zeros, right, boss? 3 zeros dot 0 F, guys. Float expected is equal to 2 lakh 40,000 or 24 lakhs, boss. Can you help me in this? Is it going to be 2 lakh 40,000 or 24 lakhs? Just 2 lakhs. Are for 1 month only you will get 2 lakhs, na, boss? For 1 month only you will get 2 lakhs. 2 lakh 40,000 or 24 lakhs.
2 lakhs ki.
For 1 crore, 2 rupees interest for 12 months. How much you will get?
నాకు అసలు వడ్డీ లెక్కలే తెలియదు ఆయన
Calculator, right, boss? 1 crore means after 1, 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 zeros, that's fine. Into time, how much? 12 months. What is the rate of interest? 2 by 100. After 24, how many zeros? 5 zeros are there. It is going to be what? It is going to be what, guys? 24 lakhs, right? It's going to be 24 lakhs. I think
1 crore.
it's going to be 24 lakhs. Agree with me, boss? Come on.
ఫస్ట్
Yeah,
2
boss.
lakhs అని
Tell me.
చెప్పాడు ఆయన
Float actual is
దానికి ఎంత
equal
ఆన్సర్
to
చెప్పి మళ్ళీ ఇది చెప్పాడు.
float actual is equal to service dot calculate interest amount. What is the principal amount? 1 crore, right? What's the principal amount? 1 crore. 7 zeros. Next one, what is there? Rate 2.0. 1 lakh, 1 crore. And what is the next one? Time 12.0. 0F, 0F, 0F.
1 year.
Yes, we got it, guys. Tell me. Assert equals. Assert equals. Tell me. What is expected, guys? What is expected? This. What is actual? This.
24.
Now there is a small thing called delta value, boss. While working with the scientific formulas, on paper you will get one number. Okay, in real practical you will get one number. Science practicals, you will recollect your science practicals of 2 school days, +2 education, physics, especially physics of practicals, guys. Especially physics practicals. Do you think exact things you will get on the paper? Do you really think you will get exact numbers on your paper? Always some difference will be there, and that difference is that is some difference is allowed. Some difference is allowed. That is called delta value, guys. Okay, if difference is up to, if difference is less than or equal to 0.1, okay, it is allowed, boss. 0.1, 1.0 up to one number, okay, difference is there, I want to continue. This is called delta value, delta value. Okay, if not coming exactly, but this much difference has come, I don't have problem. This is called delta value. Very useful in mathematics, scientific operations, guys. Very useful in scientific operations. Yeah, this is my at the rate test method. This is my at the rate test, guys. Say paste. At the rate test with the small values. With the small values. Tell me here what is there. 10,000. Yeah, this is going to be 1 lakh now, boss. This is going to be 1 lakh. I want reply. Yeah. Here is what? 2 lakh. 1 lakh. For 1 lakh, what will be there? 2,000 for 24,000.
24,000 వస్తుంది అప్పుడు.
It's going to be 24,000 now, boss. Come on. 24,000. Assert equals expected comma actual 1.0 F. Assert equals expected comma actual 1.0 F, boss. Here also allowed delta value is 0.05. 0.05 is the delta value. 0.05 is the delta value. Yeah. Now I'm going to test this one, guys. I'm going to test this one, right? Okay. Let's run the test cases, my dear. Bank operation, test bank operations, guys. Right click, run as junit test, or you can run through even also, no problem. Delta value means how much difference is okay for you. Mohan Reddy, can you listen the class when I'm explaining? Okay, how much difference value is allowed for you, is okay for you. If not matching exactly, if difference value is what? Difference value is what? Between expected and actual, 1.0. Okay, 1% is one value is one number is increased or decreased. Is it allowed for me? Okay, let me check whether delta is really working or not. Okay, here what I take is, here instead of 1 I will take expected 0, 1 I will take. Expected 0, 1 I will take, boss. Okay. Now run the test case now. Run the junit test case. Still we got the red mark, green color. Still we got the green color. Why? Why? Because one value plus or minus I want to allow. One value plus or minus I want to encourage, guys. One value plus or minus I want to encourage, right, boss? One value plus or minus I want to encourage. This is my green color bar or not? This is purely my green color bar. What do you say, guys? This here is my green color bar. Okay, you give other than that. You give other than that 5 I have given. Okay, 5 is the delta value now. Do you think 5 is allowed delta value? No. Run on junit test. Okay, it is failure. Red mark, failed, boss. Second one is succeeded, but first one is failed. Big values is failed. Big values is failed, guys. Especially useful in scientific formulas, guys. Very, very useful in Feynman. In this case, not an issue, boss. We can guess exactly, we can put exactly, but we can guess exactly, we can put exactly. See as delta value, the acceptable difference value between actual result and expected result. The acceptable difference, guys. It is purely talking about the acceptable difference, right, boss? Purely talking about the acceptable difference, boss. Yes. Okay, guys. Now I want to test with the zeros. And when I test with the zero, you want to get the value 0 or you want to say exception should come? Exception should come. But are we ready with exception here, boss? No. So that's why what should we do? What we should do? If PAMT double equal to 0 or rate double equal to 0 or time double equal to 0, tell me, throw new illegal argument exception. Throw new illegal argument exception. Invalid inputs is the message. Invalid inputs is the message, right, boss? Okay, guys. You're talking about delta value, Mr. Vijay. From the last half an hour, I'm shouting while dealing with physics practical, scientific values. Okay, there will be fraction of digits difference, right? Their delta will be used. Their delta will be used. Vijay, be in the classroom, my dear. I shouted this use case, I think already 4 times, right, Vijay? Stop playing with the mobile, please, guys. Regarding delta use case, I think I shouted 4 times, same scenario. Again, this fellow is asking me in which condition will use this real-time project house, sir. Focus, my dear. I'm putting my blood and flesh together to inject some points to me. If it's a real doubt, I don't have problem to repeat, boss. But problem with you is you are not listening. That's the issue. You are not focusing. Okay, 1 minute. I'll write here itself to prove that I have taught. Very useful. Very useful while testing scientific business methods. Scientific business method. At least you people cannot say I have not talked that use case. Super, guys. Tell me, focus. What I'm asking is just focus. Remaining everything else I will take care, right? When I give all zeros, exception should come. So now I have tried a test case. When all zeros are given or anything is 0, exception is coming or not. If exception comes, test is succeeded. If exception has not come, test failed. If exception has not come, test failed. Right, boss? Public wide test. Calculate simple interest amount. Calculate simple interest amount with 0 values. With 0 values, right, boss? Calculate simple interest amount with 0 values. Tell me, guys, float. No float, nothing, guys. Here we have directly assert. I think everyone knows lambda programming, guys. Assert to throws, guys. Assert to throws, right, boss? Assert to throws. Assert to throws, exception class. Then what is the method you want to call? What is the method you want to call? You should specify. Okay, fine. Illegal argument exception. illegal argument exception dot class boss. After that, that's a parameter. Okay, that is the parameter. Okay, empty object, flower bracket open and closing. Second parameter is what? Second parameter is this one, comma, empty object. Okay, guys, flower bracket opening and closing boss. And here is the method. Here is the method call. And here I am going to call the method. What is the method? Service dot. What is there, guys? Service dot calculate simple interest amount. Okay, guys. Service dot calculate simple interest amount. Okay, guys. Calculate simple interest amount. Service dot calculate simple interest amount. Either one value 0, all zeros. Your choice. You keep either one value 0 or all zeros, guys. Super. If exception has not come, test fails. If exception comes, test will be running. Okay, guys. 0.0f, 0.0f. Okay, some 12.0. Anything 0, no problem, na boss? Anything 0, no problem, right, guys? THROS. Yeah, that's the reason it is worried, boss. @test. @test, boss, right? Assert to throws. This should come. When you call this method, this exception should come. Okay, if coming, test is succeeded. If not coming, test is not succeeded. Right, boss? If not coming, tested. So right now it's going to come, guys. So it's going to come. So that's why you are going to get green markers. Definitely we are going to get green mark there. Okay, guys. The method is called 3 times with 3 different inputs. Check it out here. All green marks are coming. All green marks are coming here, boss. So that means we are expecting exception and we are checking whether exception is coming. Exception is coming as expected or not. And we are checking whether exception is coming as expected or not. Right, boss? Yeah. So, sir, but every test I want to have a big... okay, I don't want to identify test with the method name, guys. I want to have some message. I want to have some message, guys. Tag. Okay, tag, guys. Test with the big values.
20 rupees.
Tag test with big values. And for every method we can write tag message, guys. Okay, test with small values. Next, guys, test with zeros. Test with 0 values. Okay, still they are identified. Okay. Test calculate with zeros. This. Okay, this tag is for our reference, boss. This tag is for our reference. Okay, to place some description, guys. Tag is not a repeatable annotation. Tags are used to filter which tests are executed for given test plan. For example, development team may tag test with values such as fast, slow. This is only for our description, guys. This is only for our description. And supply the list of tags to be included, to be excluded from the current test plan. Potentially depends upon the current environment. Potentially depends upon only to write some short descriptions, guys. Only to write some short description kind of anything. Okay. So tagging is there for what purpose? Marking purpose. Tagging is there for marking purpose. Don't think much on it. Okay. Okay, now listen, guys. The business method should be completed in particular time frame. If not completed, I want to say test failed. I want to say test failed or I want to raise the error, right? Okay, now listen. But for that one, I am making my business method taking some time, guys. Try here. Thread dot sleep. Thread dot sleep. 1 minute. 20,000 millisecond equal to 20 seconds, guys. 20,000 millisecond equal to 20 seconds, right? E dot print stack address. E dot print stack address. Okay, fine, boss. 20,000. Okay, here what is there? I want to write one more test method. I want to take one more test method. Copy these guys. Tell me. Say paste. Test with timing. Timer. Test with timer, boss. Intermount with timer. With the timer, boss. With the timer. Okay, no problem. With the timer. Fine. So here there is a method, guys. Assert duration or assert timeout. Assert timeout. Assert timeout, right, boss? Assert timeout. What is the duration you want to allow, guys? Duration dot off. Duration dot off. How many milliseconds are allowed for you? 2000. 2000 is okay for me. Okay, 2000 millis. 2000 or 20,000. How much I have given them? 20,000. Okay, nothing but 20 seconds. Here, what do you want to do in this? I want to call the method. When I call the method, 20,000 is okay for me. When I call the method, 20,000 is okay for me. If it is taking more than 20,000, it should fail. If it is taking more than 20,000, it should fail. Okay, listen, boss. Sleep itself, listen, boss. Sleep itself 20,000, but remaining execution 1-2 milliseconds will be there. 1-2 milliseconds will be there. So that's why on safe side, what I do, 2015 seconds. 20,000 15 seconds I will take, guys. So that though business 15 milliseconds, 20,000 15 milliseconds I am trying to take. So method call taking bit time also no problem. Though the method call taking bit time, it is not going to be problem. Though the method call is taking bit time, it is not going to be problem, right? Tell me, boss. Tell me here, what is this? Run as a JUnit test, boss. Run as a JUnit test. It takes time, guys. 20 seconds time it takes. Because I kept a business method in sleep mode now, boss. Because I kept the business method sleep mode, right? I kept a business method in sleep mode. All three are executed, guys. That's fine. Okay, now last one is going. Last one is going on. Okay, guys. Runs still going on. Still going on. Fourth one also completed. Fourth one also completed. 4x4. All are success. 4x4. All are success. Okay. Let us assume, guys, all are success. Let us assume here I have taken exactly 20,000 only, not more than that. Exactly 20,000 only I have taken. But it is going to take 1 or 2 seconds extra, boss. It is going to take 1 or 2 milliseconds extra. This time you observe. 1x4. 1x4. Only first thing only happening. Only first thing only happening, boss. 3x4. 3 tests are done. 3 tests are done. Okay, timer is failed. Did you notice that? Timer is failed. Did you notice that, boss? Timer is failed. Okay, overall result is what? Red mark. What is the 3 green color ones, guys? 3 green colors, one failed. What is that? Expected timeout is how much? 20,000. Execution exceeded timeout of 20,000 by 10 milliseconds. It is taking more 10 milliseconds, guys. It is taking more 10 milliseconds, right? So that means, it's something like this, boss. It's something like this. Your e-commerce website talking to phone pay application. So phone pay is not responding by having some timeout period. So e-commerce application will send one error message to you, na? Should send one guiding message to you, right, boss? Should send one guiding message to end user or not? Must send one guiding message to end user or not? In that situation, this is very useful or not, boss? Don't you think it's a very useful concept, boss? So to make it successful, what should I do? Okay, I will take 15 seconds next. Yeah. Sir, please prove us setup and life cycle method story also. Systrace setup method here. Systrace, all test methods here. All test methods here. All test methods here. All test method. Tear down is for tracing purpose, right? All test. Yeah. Now let me prove that right now there is no need of getting connection object, guys. At least I can write, okay, public void tell me, guys, set up each. Okay, some method, guys. I will write SOP, nothing else. But how to tell that it should be before each, guys? At the rate before each. At the rate before each. And they can be placed any order. Location is not important. What annotation they are having, that is important. The annotation that they are having, that is important, guys. Location is not so important. Tell me, at the rate after each, guys. At the rate after each. Set up tear down. At the rate after each. Set up tear down. Super. Set up tear down. Tell me what is there? Set up tear down. No, sorry. Tear down, each tear down. Okay. Tear down each. Tear down each, guys. Tear down each. Tear down each. Set up each. Okay, that's fine, guys. These are non-static method. At least SOPs I can show now, boss. Okay, let's comment this SOP here. Let's comment that SOP so that business method execution will not be any disturbance. Is not going to become any disturbance, guys. Let's run the test case, guys. Let's run the test case. JUnit test. Let's run the test case. JUnit test. Setup method, set up each method. First test method is executing, guys. Set up each method is executed. Since 20 seconds sleep time is there. Look at all the things now. Look at all the things now. Set up each, tear down each. Set up each, tear down each. Set up each, tear down each. With respect to each business test method, guys. With respect to each test method. Tear down each, tear down. Tear down, tear down. So lastly, tear down has come, tear down has come, tear down each has come. So that means what? What is that? Before each, after each, we execute with respect to each test method. Okay. Before all, after all, will execute with respect to all test methods. Not each test method, they will execute with respect to all test methods. Clear, boss? Got the point, my dear? I want reply from you people. Jars have come. So definitely jars have come or not, guys? Okay. So this is about testing the JUnit life cycle, guys. So I'm introducing more and more assert methods. Did you notice that? Did you notice that more and more assert methods are introduced or not? Assert to timeout, assert equals, assert true, assert false, assert not same, assert same. We have a lot of method. According to situation, we have to use. Don't think that JUnit means always assert equals, boss. We can create different situation and accordingly we should use assert equals. And you don't believe these reports are coming because of those assert only. This kind of reports are coming, this green mark, red mark, this kind of report generation. Okay, these are coming when failure is their explanation, success is are actually performing testing activity, which are actually acting as a test case execution. Understood, boss? Depend upon the need, boss. Suppose business method is returning object. To check whether that object is coming or not, we can use assert same or not. Business method is returning true or false. Okay, then we can use assert true or assert false. Got it, boss? Depends upon the situation. I hope are you doing practicals? Let me upload the notes now, guys. I'll upload the notes now. Okay, where is this? 7 a.m. Chanchal Singh. Okay. We test only those methods that are exposed to outside. Private methods cannot be tested. Why? They are not visible outside the class. Maybe you have to private method are used there for inside the class. Private methods are not there for outsiders, right? You call private method from a public method and you write unit testing on public method. Generally, private methods are useful within the class, na? So they will be used in other public methods. If you test in other public method, when you are testing other public method, indirectly private methods are tested or not? Okay, good question, guys. How can we test private methods? Mohan Reddy, 2 minutes back I have done explanation, Rababu. How to test private method. We cannot test them directly. Call them from public method and perform testing on public method. So indirectly private method is tested or not? Mohan, I just completed explanation and again you are asking same thing. How to test private method? It is not called intelligent, boss. It is called lack of listening. How to test private method of the service class? Answer. How to test private method of the service class, guys? Answer. We cannot test directly. We cannot test private methods of service class directly. So call them from public methods of the service class. Call them from public methods of the service class. And write JUnit test cases. JUnit test cases on the public methods to perform the unit test. Convinced, boss? When direct channel is not opened, indirect channel. Anyhow, we design private method to use in other public methods of the class. When you test public method, indirectly private method is tested. Yes, na boss? Right. You are having one junior. Work coming to you means indirectly work coming to your junior, na? Should I give work to your junior separately? No. Because your junior is dependent on you. Because the junior is dependent on you, right, boss? The same story here. Here is my JUnit. Right click, guys. File upload. Right click, file upload. Tell me here, what is there? Here is my 617. Not 617. Tools, right, guys. Tools, boss. 902. What is this? JUnit. And the 19th, today is 20th. Today is 20th. Fine. Yeah, more discussions are there with respect to what? Okay, JUnit. That I will take up in next class, guys. Thank you, boss. Have a nice time.